Praise God, folks. This is Old Truth Speaker. Coming to you with some discouraging news. I mean, not just discouraging, but terrible in nature. And I'm not going to be long. But the name of this is Black people. This is terrible and got to stop. Let me tell you that before I get into the meat of the video, I know you've heard someone else say that, but it's not about that. This is not just about politics. No. This is about our children and ourselves. We cannot let our children roam free in the street. Correction starts at home. The Bible says, raise up a child in the way that he shall go, and when they get old, he shall not depart. Do you know they shot a little girl in the eye? The other week they shot this other boy, a little boy. Then before this, the most ridiculous and absurd buffoonery is they went and shot this little 9-year-old kid. You heard about that in Chicago. But this is just insane. You should see this little child. They shot this little beautiful girl in the eye. Do you know that black men are 6.6% of the population? Do you know the percentage of murder that they commit? Do you know in just 1 year alone, black men, this is black on black violence, black men on men, murdered almost 5,600 other black men. And we only 6% of the population. But white men are 38% of the population, and they committed 4,500 murders. Do you understand where I'm going? This is insane. This is ridiculous. Like when that little boy there should have been a big march. Let me tell you, I was watching a Steve Harvey show, and I'm talking about how women think or men think, whatever the hell with all that. And it just got me upset. Children can't even walk down the street without fearing a stray bullet go hit her about some other black person. This is ridiculous. You've been had. You've been hogswoggled. You've been following these fools and clowns that are not representative of God at all. They are not Christ's ambassadors. Reverend Sharpton, the race baiter, is not a representative of God. A snitch? Really? Farrakhan was telling you the truth. I mean, when it comes to our economy and the welfare of the African American family, you've been following these Democrats, and most of them are just bought and paid for. They're owned by Wall Street. They always have been and always will be until we come together collectively and stop and vote for the right people. Now, I'm not a Democrat or Republican. Why are you following Hillary Clinton at 85%? All the damage and destruction the people of her and her husband did to the black Americans, they just threw us under the bus when they couldn't get enough votes. When the Republicans couldn't get enough votes to impeach him, so they said, "Okay, we'll lame duck him. Okay, let's sign this bill right on into law. Just lock up black people and people of color till our jail cells are running over with them." And it's just like that to this day. 22.3 million people in jail, and over 50% of them, we only 30% of the population, and over 50% of them are black and people of color. But just black alone is almost, I think it's almost 60%, I'm sorry. But what I'm saying, black on black violence, we have to clean out inside of the house before we clean the outside. We need God. You've been trying everybody else. We've been free 150 years. Listen to these clowns, and we have been marching for 50 years. Yet we have less now than we ever have. Murdering, shooting down kids in the street. Really? We're a laughing stock. The economy in our neighborhoods are run by East Asians and Arabs. It's the white man. Oh, it's the white man. That Negroes are cool. Really? We shoot down babies here. Why don't we go down there and march for that? You got about as much right at a Donald Trump's rally protesting as you do trying to tell an Eskimo how to build an igloo. Negroes, come on. We have our perspectives all wrong. Hell, this is pretty low. The whole story broke all over the place and making old people all over the place and young. Even I heard some young thugs say, man, this is really embarrassing. Do you understand that? 14.2% of the population, yet with black women account for almost 39% of all abortions. Keep your legs closed. You go to church. That's what you need to be doing to start with. Now it's not 73%, it's almost 75% of black children are born and raised in a single parent household. If that was any other race in America, it would be all out war on everything until the problem was corrected. Between 2012 and I think it was 13, 4,900 blacks were murdered. I'm sorry, murdered by other blacks. And this is a statistic from the Tuskegee Institute. That's 1,460 more that were actually hung and lynched from the year 1882 to 1968. That were murdered or lynched by the Ku Klux Klan and other racist elements. That is astronomical. That is ridiculous. But it's the white man. It's the white man. You reckon some of you, is just a handful of you, are making the other rest of the black people look bad. Hell, this don't make no sense. We need God now. You know, and did everything else. Everybody, David Kyle's wrong. And some things, now we don't agree with everything, but this murder, this is ridiculous. Now I'm not here to get what I believe on everybody, but from what I see, God is the only one that can do it. We've done gone too far. We only 6% of the population. Don't you understand that? We don't even have community. A community is a self-sustained unit. The butcher, your money's supposed to bounce several times before it leaves your community. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. Then for an example, then you go out to spend money. The Jews call us liquid money because soon as we get a paycheck, zoom out the people that are sending their money overseas. But one of the guys came back and said, you know what thing? They said they don't understand what's wrong with black people. So it's a miracle from God that how we lasted this long. As soon as you get your money, you just throw it heck away. I'm going to the nightclub. Instead of saving that and banking it. What you going to do when this economy fails? We owe $19.1 trillion. That's impossible to pay back. What do you think they're talking about? Well, the people of color are going to outnumber. They're not talking about black people, Negro. They are not talking about black people. Look at how black people are being treated all over the Middle East. Just look, you pick out a name. Most of them, I'll put it that way. Look, just look. It is embarrassing, and it's a disgrace before the living God that we could just treat each other like this. A little girl, children, outside. You should see it. I was going to put that child picture up here. It is a disgrace. God help us. There's nothing else to say. Lord, pray. This is disgraceful. Instead of one of the most notorious gang members in America that started out in California was on Steve Harvey's show. He said like this. He wished black lives would matter to Black Lives Matter except when a cop shoot down a criminal. Not an innocent person. This was what he said on Steve Harvey's show. Look it up. Everything I said is based on facts. Facts. They're making, just a few are making the rest of black people look bad. I love my black people because I'm black. I wouldn't have it any other way. But we've got to stop this. See, ain't nobody else can fix our problem. We have to clean the inside of the house, then worry about the outside. See, it's not right that we up here with holes all in the roof of our house and the foundation is caving in on itself, but we gonna walk over there and complain about somebody rather if anybody else gonna do something for us. It's just not feasible. It's not logical. That's why it has been said by other people that we are the laughing stock of America. And they know, they said a few make it hard for the good. Most of our hard-working brothers and sisters going to school and trying to take care of their families and trying to present a positive image, and then you have Phyllis Fox or somebody get something like this, and it's a fact. These statistics don't lie. The first thing they said, wow, black people really hate and despise one another. Look at how they're destroying one another all over the place. Let you blame the white man. The white man's not running the economy in our neighborhood. A man got on, I'm going to tell you, on 94.7 on a Christian station. He said, let me ask you a question. We, that means the foundation. When he said we, more than one, we. That means that group got together and asked, why are black people spending their money with these foreigners? Do they know what they're asking, what they think of? Why are they getting other people rich? Why do they hate each other so much? I'm just talking about the few that's making it hard for the good. I didn't use the N-word, but I felt like it several times. Lord, forgive me. This got to stop. A child, a little 9-year-old girl, shot in the eye, really? Let me tell you, you could go right over that Middle East and help yourself. They'll be glad. Because one of them jokers will run into 1,000, and when all he got to do is open up his chest and presto. We don't have to shoot down babies and kids. That's what I'm pissed off about. We can do this. Come on now. We don't need nobody else to solve our problem because it's not going to happen that way. Before we clean the outside of the house, let's clean the inside of the house. Let's get our own action together. By God's grace, and with His, because it's His will, we can do it. God bless, folks. Let's keep the prayer going.